Hey guys, Coyote here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to some more Duskearth 2. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and let's see what's going on. Now, just after the end of my last episode, we had a migrant wave stop by. It was this migrant wave here, a total of 10 dwarves, which puts us at a total of 21. We got a couple of children, a bunch of guys that basically have useless skills, so I made them haulers. We got another guy with masonry, so the previous mason I made into a hauler. We got a mechanic, so now we have a dedicated mechanic, which is going to be awesome. Another miner, and a guy who didn't really fit anywhere. I could have made him a hauler, but because he's got some armor skills, I decided to make him a future soldier. So for now, he's just going to do hauling, but once I actually get a military started setting up, he'll be one of my first soldiers. So far we don't have anybody at Legendary yet, but we've had 2 people request to be dwarved, XekeDeath and Civilian, and they will both get added in once we get to a Legendary Dwarf. Most likely be one of the miners first, unless we get a mood. Alright, so let's drop back to the game itself. Oops, actually I wanted to show one other thing here. Go back to professions. So like I said, this guy here that I had made a mason, where'd he go? There he is. Tuna roll. I made him a hauler because the new mason's got a higher mason skill. Double the skill, in fact. What else did I do? I think that was it. I changed around some of the laborers, but that's about it. Oh, I decided to take the miners off of hauling because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start grinding this hill area here down. Get that taken care of so that I can start building some proper walls so that I won't have as many problems with baby snatchers. I also need to make sure I build... Oh, I already have the trading boat. Never mind that. So like I said, to start, we're going to get rid of that hill, but I guess to make it easier, we're going to get rid of these trees first. What do I have set to wood cutting? The haulers. No, I don't know if I actually have any chopping axes, so I guess I'll have to wait and see here in a moment. Pretty sure I do, though. And I'm going to just check on the state of the rest of the fortress. We have plenty of beds. Wow. Yeah, we got 20, 40, 60. We have all 80 beds set up, although not all of them are set to be bedrooms, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I'm going to pause it while I do that, because this is going to take a few minutes. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, that's taken care of. Once our new migrants arrive, I'm going to have them start dumping this room here. Now, is that a gemstone of some sort? Yeah, okay. So we're going to start dumping this room, and then I'm going to start moving all the food down there here as well. But otherwise, things are looking okay. I mean, aside from having 1 guy wounded and 2 babies, that is. Alright, let's go. Let's see if anybody goes to chop those trees down. I almost want to say that's not going to happen, because I kind of want to say I don't have a training axe set up. And I haven't seen anything yet, but I only got 10 idlers, though. Oh, maybe. Yes! Okay, so we did have a wood chopper set up. Looks like we had 2 wood choppers set up. That is beautiful. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start chopping down this hill. Let's see, I want to make sure I do it in such a way that people don't die. So, where does that put us? Right there? I guess I need to also decide where I'm going to put the walls too. I mean, ideally, I guess having the walls straight across here, maybe. It makes for a long set of walls, but then if I do it there, I'd have to chop down more of the hill as well, I think. basically the idea is to get this entire section fortified off. I will probably have like some floors here and there and over here, and then build walls around the outside. That will take a while, obviously, but that's my ultimate goal: just to have this hillside fortified, and that way I can leave it for now. And with it being an elevation up over most of it, it would be difficult for enemies to shoot at me as well. Alright, let's do it like right here. That will deal with some of the water, but that's okay. Actually, I guess we should do it a little bit further over to start and let the water drain out. So let's do it here. Oops, that was chopping down trees. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, here. There we go. So get the miners working on that. The water should hopefully come out this way and just sort of eventually dissipate. And I think we have a bunch of crafts set up, don't we? No, it's mechanics, mason. Yeah, okay, so that's being done now still. I'm going to make some more mechanisms. I'll get the mechanic to do that, obviously. Mechanic. I wouldn't mind setting up some traps somewhere as well. So I'll get you to do 10. And that should be good. The rest of people can just do some hauling for now. Those are sandbags, right? Yeah. And how are we doing for barrels? Not a lot of barrels. Food, 100 food, 80 meats. Okay. Not horrible, not great, but not horrible. So one thing I will do is make 8 nest boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect, and then go back to crafts after that. Here we go. So we got lots of vegetables that I can be brewing up, but I don't have nearly enough barrels. I'm gonna have to get on that here in a bit. Yeah, see, this is kind of what I was hoping would happen with the water dissipating out. I wonder if water will destroy a workshop when it gets there. Kind of hope not. So next, let's channel out some more. We'll go over, but not all the way to that tree. There we go, like that. And go! Whoops, wrong way. There we go. There's not enough water to drown any of my guys, it's just enough to be kinda irritating to them. So that'll make a difference. Nobody will drown. And I may even just leave those ramps, some of those ramps there, because they're not really going to hurt me in any way. Oh, heard something. Combat noise. Ironclad dog is fighting. Got hit by something. What? Graver. Spitting. Where did that happen? Oh, okay. No, that was from before. Huh. Wonder what that caused that. Probably got pushed around by the water. Now, do we have a wood stockpile? No. So that's something I'm going to have to fix, unless it's further down. Let me just take a look here. No. Alright, so now that I've got that channeled out, I'm going to put the miners back on hauling. Just for a little bit, so I can go ahead and get this area here dumped. DB dump. I think the dump is right here. No, DB claim. Yeah, okay, it's right here. Get that taken care of. Go back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a wood stockpile. Right. 1, 2, 3. Here. And I'm going to start chopping down some more wood and get somebody making wood barrels so that I can start brewing some more drink. Something just happened, unless that was me. No, that was me. Okay. Might as well cut down all these trees while I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Not that far over. Ooh, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Let me try that again. I think I had not taken it off dumping. Alright, so cut down trees, and that'll be good. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take hauling of stone off for now. Because right now people are hauling stone rather than dumping stuff. That'll just speed things up a bit. Okay. Okay, this is going nice and quick, which I like. In fact, it is done. So I'm going to go start dumping these other rooms here. No, I'm going to wait because I want to get them to move all the alcohol first. So build a food stockpile right here. And of course make it so that it's only drinks. And of course make sure I take prepared food off. Done and done. And what's in this stockpile? Furniture and food. I will take food out. And what furniture is in here? Sandbags, right. And what bars and blocks? I think it's just soap. Okay, good. And that's it. That'll get that done. I guess I should do an actual food stockpile. So, put that right here. No. That's right, I wanted to keep the food upstairs a little bit, because this here is just going to be for prepared food. So I'll just set this to prepared food before I forget. Okay, whoops, prepared food on, not off. And then up here, we had, what was in this stockpile here? Everything but plants and drinks. Looks good. Looks good. You know what, I'm going to put the soap in here as well, so I can get it down here from upstairs. And that'll just leave the sandbags. There you go. Get all moving. Good dwarves. I'm very proud of you. What's that? I'm gonna guess a leprechaun? Nope, goblin man. Okay. I don't know how violent goblin men are. Let's see, but he can't get up anyways, so no biggie. DZ, we'll get the miners to get rid of these. Yeah. You know what? I think I might rebuild some of these stockpiles down, or not stockpiles, some of these. Uh-oh, Stonecrafter. Oh no, the child was taken by the Fey Moon. Alright, to finish my thought, I'm going to move some of the workshops inside as well. Now, let's see what this child is going to do. Follow. And go. He is going to the craft drawer. Okay. That is fine. Now, I don't know what he wants, so I'm going to just cheat just a smid and use show mood. See, he wants a rock boulder and a cut gem. See, that's going to be a problem, because I don't have any cut gems. In fact, I don't even think I have a gem cutter. So, I will make the stone crafter temporarily a stone gem cutter. Commit changes, and I know I do have some gems. DB, reclaim, because there's some gemstones in this pile here. And let's go ahead and build a jewel crafter's workshop. Build workshop. Jeweler's workshop. We'll stick that right here, I guess. And build it out of microcline. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and build that carpenter's workshop. Right there, out of microcline. I don't think I have a carpenter though, do I? Oh, I do. Yeah, armorsmith is also a carpenter. Does that mean I have a carpenter's workshop up here somewhere? So he has a butcher, tanner. We have a mason, mechanic. Ah, yes, right here we have a carpenter's workshop. I'm going to go ahead and clear that workshop. We only need the one. And now the child will sit there until I can get that gem workshop done, which will be just a moment. It's not going to be much of a gem, because I think we only have the onyx opal. But I will cut one of those. I'll cut 2 of those. And hopefully the stonecrafter will get that done ASAP. Meanwhile, how's this still working? Okay. Actually, I guess what I'll do is I'll take the armorsmith off of hauling for now and just have him churn out barrels for a bit. Done and done. Have at her. And the hospital cancer's suture, but I should be able to get some thread off of the merchants. Add wooden barrel on repeat. Beautiful. And then once we get, another half dozen or so barrels in here, I'll start producing some more alcohol. Alright, so the child has begun his mysterious invention. Now, is that done? Not quite. And I will move that building. And I will remove that building. And I'll just move those downstairs. Build workshop. Mason. No. Yes. Mason. Put that right here. Mechanics we'll put right here. And that will be all. And I'll wait until the stone cutters is... oh, it has been decrafted. That was quick. Okay, so build workshop stone cutters. I'll put that right here. Microcline mechanism and an obsidian mechanism, sure. Get those rebuilt. Oh, it looks like we got a golem of some sort. So I'm going to put the golem up here on guard duty. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that stockpile altogether, since the only thing that's in it is sandbags, and sandbags don't go bad. Okay, so I guess I'll put a new zone right here. Pasture and... no, that's pit pond. Pasture, there we go. Put in the sword golem. Ta-da! And let's see, we have an ironclad dog, an ironclad mastiff, and an ironclad mastiff. Alright, I'll leave those there for now, I guess. Or, actually, you know what I'll do? Okay, so This here is stray water. Okay, I know who that is. Go like that. And put in there. And then one more, which we'll put right here. No. Here. And we'll put in this guy here. That way we should be somewhat protected, at least from thieves. Theoretically, at least. There you go, there you go, there we go. Perfect. The child just finished building a dwarven doll. Let's take a look at it. It's got a value of 26,400. Very nice. This is an obsidian dwarf doll. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round obsidian cabochons and pear-cut onyx opals, and encircled with bands of round obsidian cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of obsidian. Beautiful. We are going to go and set that up in the dining room. Just not sure where in the dining room. Set it up right here. Get rid of that walk wall first. And actually, now that those tables, I believe, are done, we'll put those tables in too. Yeah. This should be sufficient until at least springtime when we get the big microwave. And that'll get done. Perfect. Now we just need that tray depot to show up so that I can get some thread for the doctor. Okay. Build workshop, and I believe it's Alt D, right? Yep. Display stand, and I need non-economic blocks. Alright, never mind that then. That's right, I'm out of obsidian blocks, aren't I? Let's go make some blocks then. Because it's located outside and I don't want it to get stolen. So, construct rock blocks, 1 times 1. And as soon as that gets made, I can set up the display case. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a microclimb block. And the merchants have arrived. Beautiful. Caravan from Rexacitus. Rexacitus being the dwarven home. So, move goods and crafts. Whoops, that was some crafts, that was powders. I have no idea how many I have, so I'm actually going to pause here while I set this all up. Be back in a moment. Alright, wasn't as many as I thought. Probably about 4 or 5 pages worth. It's not too bad. Trader requested at depot. I'm going to double check who my trader is and then take that person off of hauling. It is my miner slash broker. There we go. Miner, broker. You will... I've got no mining tasks set up, so that should be not a problem. Turn up, thank you. And go! Curious, what's that? Ah, the leatherwing pup, okay. And hopefully there'll be room for the, or space for the merchants to get up here. Should be, I mean they got a spot here they can come up and a spot over here they can come up. Things are going... Now, how did this block get done? Yes, it did. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up that display case right here. Microclimb block, and I'm going to guess it's near the back of, or the bottom of the list. I don't know exactly how far away it is. Hopefully this won't take too long to find. I'm going to pause this for a moment and come back once I've found it. Alright, I believe I've found it. I believe it is Savot Meb. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and then double check. Built and Savot Meb. Yes, perfect. So we're going to have that in here, and it's going to attract a lot of happy thoughts because it is an artifact and quite valuable. Back up to here. Keep an eye out for the merchant caravan. Down here, maybe? I thought I saw them just a second ago. Ooh, what's that? Lion Man. I thought I had turned Animal Men off. Okay, there they are. What won't work? The thread thing. Well, you're in luck, Mr. Doctor. There will be thread here momentarily. Is he ready? Is he good for trade? Yes. Okay, I'm going to pause this once again, and then once I've done setting up the trade, I will show you what I've got. Alright, so the value of my total value of my goods is 6,270 dwarf bucks. I'm going to try and get some black bronze bars, some bronze bars, an iron bone bar, some glass. Well, I'm going to add that crystal glass on as well. You never know when you might need glass for a mood. Some rope, which I'm hopefully going to be able to use to make a well or two at some point. Scroll on down. We picked out some cheap cages and a couple of animals, specifically a female boulder crab and a male duck. I mainly am buying those for the cages. The fact that I'm getting an animal for a fairly cheap price is a bonus. These boulder crabs are pretty good once you get a lot of them as well. I bought some booze because they had a little bit available, and a couple of buckets. They didn't have any good weapons or armor that was affordable, unfortunately. So I ended up scrolling down quite a bit and bought some more seeds, plum helmets, quarry bush, some bags of sand, just because they're cheap bags. I bought, as I usually try to do on my very first merchant caravan, is I try and buy a little bit of each type of cloth in case I have need of it for a mood. So I bought a bin of cloth. Actually, I bought 2 bins of cloth, technically. A bin of leather and a few pieces of silk. I didn't really want to go all out and spend a lot of money on a bin of silk cloth, but a couple of pieces should be fine. Scroll down further. I basically bought all of their food, as well, as an iron anvil. I didn't buy any of the cheese, which I guess technically means I didn't buy all of their food, but I bought the majority of it. And I bought some threads and some yarn, again for moods, but also for the doctor to look after the injured engraver, because I'd like to get more of that engraving done. A couple of quivers and a splint and a crutch. I don't think I'll need those right away, but they're there in case I need them. That's about it. Currently I'm looking at about a... Oh, actually, that's the profit. You know what? I'm going to add a few more things onto that. I don't want them to get too much profit. Right now they're getting over 50% profit, which is too much. So you know what? First off, what I'm going to do is that silk barrel. I'm going to buy the entire barrel. Yeah, let's go with that and see if they go for it. Yes, they were good with that trade. Beautiful. So, everything is done. I can take my broker away. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a quick and dirty stockpile down here for the stuff that I bought that I don't already have space for. So first off, cloth and leather will go in here. Food will automatically go in here. The plants will go downstairs. The drinks will go downstairs. Rope. Forbidden. That's under chains. And I would like the glass to go here. I'll take the cut off though. Let's see, what else did I buy that needs to come down here? Metal bars. I'll go ahead and permit that. I bought splints and buckets. I'll go ahead and add those in here. Finished goods, splint, oh, and quivers as well. Now buckets I believe are under furniture, so I'll go ahead there, activate buckets, and I will add in animals. Enable. I think that'll be everything. Pretty sure. Except for the sandbags. Yeah, I believe that's it. So I'm going to go with that. I am going to change the settings slightly, which I actually meant to do previously. Take threads out. I don't want my threads in there. And I'm going to set up a separate thread stockpile. No, I'll set up as part of the wood pile. It's kind of weird, but eh. And it'll assure that there's no bins in there as well. There we go, no bins. And over here I can put bins. 3. Because I bought 4. 2 wool, 1 cloth, or 2 wool, 1 silk, 1 leather bin. I think that's all the bins I bought. Yeah, that's good. Alright, let's get this going here. Start hauling everything down. And then the liaison. Alright, whoops. Begin discussion. Alright, so what do I want from them? I definitely want some more leather. And I would like cotton fiber cloth. Now, metal bars. I definitely want to get some bronze bars. Maybe not that many. Yeah, we'll go with that many. And iron bars. And I don't remember what was on this embark, so let's go with some gold bars as well. I don't want to go overboard on the bars. I mostly want to try and get some bars that may be useful, but I might not necessarily have access to right away. I'm going to take the bronze bars off. Iron bars are ones that I always try and get, though. So gold bars for some trade goods, rose gold for some decorations. And you know what, that's all I'm going to go with for bars for now, just because I don't have a lot in the way of resources yet. Seeds I should be good on. No, you know what, I'm going to put sweet pod spawns in here. And plump helmet spawns, muckroot. And yeah, that'll be it. Anvils. I always like to try and get some extra anvils. I'd prefer to make weapons, but I guess I could always put in a request for a couple. So I think I will request some. I don't have any particular soldiers yet. So how about we suggest or request some spears? Now, pets. Is there any pets that I want to bring in? Yeah, let's bring in some turkeys. And let's bring in some boulder crabs. I'd like to get some more mastiffs as well. Ironclad mastiffs specifically. So there they are. Ironclad mastiff. And what the heck, ironclad dogs. They tend to be a little on the pricey side, but that's quite alright. Now we got a duck. The female duck is what? Let's see if I can find it. So I wouldn't mind getting a duck to go with the other duck. Actually, some sows and boars are good too. They make for some good food. Duck, here we go. I'm not sure which is which, so we'll just request one of each. Drinks, as always, like to request drinks. Even if I have a great brewing industry going, I always try to get extra drinks because you can never have too many drinks as far as I'm concerned. We'll request some meat. And let's see, cave oysters, lobster, crab, turtles. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, and mussels. That's what I was looking for. I'm not going to worry about plants. I always request cages. Tin, zinc, and copper cages are good. Lead cages are a little too heavy, so I usually don't bother with those. Let's see. I like to request sand and glass. Now, miscellaneous. Here's a good one. for my very first talking to the Outpost Liaison, I always request lye. That way I don't have to make any. I request charcoal. No, I'm not going to request potash. Coke, soap, and pearl ash. Pearl ash is used in making of crystal glass, I believe. Now these other things here are awesome, but they're also very, very expensive. Like some of them run for like 5 or 10,000 dwarf bucks. So I'm not going to order any this time around, but maybe next year. Splints, eggs, yarn, thread, tools, clay. That should be good. You know what? I probably have some people that could be hauling. Let me just take a look here. Actually, all of my crafters could be hauling, except for the wood or the faux carpenter, who I want to continue making barrels. Go ahead, and I'm actually going to take, where is he? The brewer off, the master chef off. Because I think we have a fair number of barrels there now, so I can go ahead and start brewing more alcohol. There you go, perfect. Yeah, we got a fair amount more. So go ahead, brew drinks, and go. Alright, so we're at about the 36-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the episode here. And I'll take care of the Outpost Liaison off camera and come back once I'm done. So I want to thank you guys for joining in and watching. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm going to start taking names for dwarving. It'll only be for people who craft artifacts or become the master soldier guys, or people who become legendary in a skill. So we have one already. It was the child who made the stonecraft, and as the first person who requested was XekeDeath. XekeDeath, you will be named to that child prodigy. So I will be back in a little bit. Thanks guys for watching, and take care.